everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer and welcome to a new gameplay video. Today I'm going to be playing a new game, maybe new to you, not new to me, but I haven't done a video of it yet. It's called Marvel United. Sorry for the glare there. Marvel United is from, is it CMON, C-M-O-N? And it has been out for a little while. There is a core box. Actually, there's more than one core box. You need one core box to play. The first one that came out was this one. It came with like Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Black Widow, and Miss Marvel. And then the three villains are Red Skull, Ultron, and Taskmaster. Since this game was released, they have released a number of expansions for it that add more heroes, more bad guys. They've done the X-Men. They've done the Guardians of the Galaxy. They've got lots of expansions, lots. I couldn't even tell you how many miniatures there are in this game, but there's a miniature for each bad guy and each hero. So what is this game about? Well, in this game, you're going to be playing either solo or with up to 4 players, and you're going up against a villain. And I'm going to be playing Iron Man, Hulk, and Captain America because I'm playing a solo game. When you play solo game, you're going to play 3 heroes. If you're playing 2 to 4 player, everybody just picks a hero. Now, in this game, you pick a different villain, and that villain goes in the center here. This is Red Skull. Every villain has a different way that they're going to win the game. And in some cases, there's more than one way that they can win and you can lose. There are 6 locations that are placed around the center. And these locations are things like Shield Helicarrier. Well, here they are. Shield Helicarrier, Shield Headquarters, Stark Labs, Avengers Tower, Times Square, and Avengers Mansion. There are 8 in all that come with the base game, and you pick 6 at random, which I did. On each location, there are a number of spaces, anywhere from like 3 to 5. And on these spaces are civilians, which are a blue token, and thugs, which are a red token. These are civilians you want to rescue, thugs you want to defeat. When you rescue a civilian or defeat a thug, you place those tokens on these 2 cards right here. When you defeat 9 thugs or rescue 9 civilians, you remove this card from the game, and that is one of 2 objectives that you must meet. There are 3 objectives. You have to defeat at least 2 in order to start hurting the villain, damaging the villain. Now, Red Skull, because I'm playing a 3-player game or a 3-hero game, Red Skull will start with 8 health, and those are represented by these little red tokens here, heartbeat tokens. And I'll put those on him. And on each location, in addition to thugs and civilians, there are 6 locations where you place random event cards. The event cards are dependent upon the villain. So each villain has a deck of 12 cards, these, and you shuffle these up before the game starts. And the villain also has 6 unique event cards. And those have been placed on the 6 locations randomly. Some of them are objectives you have to try to do. Some of them are bad guys, villains that you have to defeat. I mentioned that Red Skull has 8 health. Bob, Agent of Hydra, has 4. Madam Hydra has 5. And Crossbones has 6 health. It's not just a matter of defeating them, though. There are things you have to do on these cards in order to remove those cards. When you remove a card from a location, you get this little token here, this little purple skull, and you place that on this card called Clear Threats. After I clear 4 threats, this card can be removed. So this is one of the 3 cards. I need 2 of those gone so I can damage Red Skull. To defeat the threats, we'll get into that when I start playing the game. I'll show you how that works. But when you defeat a threat, you remove it. And beneath it, there is always some special ability that is revealed that a hero can do when they end their turn on that space. What else? Okay, the cards. I've shuffled them. Each hero has 12 cards. And if you're playing solo, you shuffle them together. So what I've done here is I've shuffled the Hulk, Captain America, and Iron Man deck. And with a multiplayer game, you start out drawing 3 cards. I cannot shuffle to save my life. You start out drawing 3 cards. For the solo game, you draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, that was a bad shuffle because I didn't get any Iron Man there. Your hand is, in your solo game, your hand is your life. If you ever get down to 0 cards in your hand, you lose the game. The villain has what's called a fear track. When it reaches the end, his starts at 0 and it goes up to 20. When it reaches 20, he wins the game. I lose. Also, I can lose if the villain's deck is ever depleted. When I need to draw a card from here and I can't, game over. So those are the 3 ways I can lose. Now, one of the objectives for the hero is to keep cards in your hand. You don't want to lose your life. So you'll always be drawing 1 card at the beginning of each hero's turn. And when the game starts, you're going to play 3 hero cards. They can be all the same hero. They can be all different. Doesn't matter. 2 and 1, whatever. But you'll always be drawing a card from the deck. Now, this deck will run out because once cards are played, they don't come back into your hand unless there's some very rare circumstances that come into gameplay. So how does this work? Well, first thing I need to do is I need to determine where Red Skull begins. So I'm going to start up here. This is position 1, and I'll go clockwise. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll roll a die. I rolled a 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He will begin right in front of me. He begins at Avengers Mansion. The heroes always start on the opposite side. And that is all you need a dice for. Red Skull will always go first. The villain will always go first. So you will play one of his cards and follow the instructions. And I'll show you how it works. So right now, by the way, the villains all have what's called a BAM attack. It's written on the card for the bad guy. And if you ever draw a card that has the word BAM on it, you resolve the BAM ability. And some of the villains out here have the BAM ability, and some of the locations have that. So you got to keep an eye on that. Also, as I mentioned, you have a certain amount of thugs and civilians on a space. Like this one has up to 5. It starts with 2 civilians and 1 thug, and you know that because there's like a little emblem beneath it that tells you the startup. If I need to put 3 new thugs on this, for example, I only have 2 spaces. That 1 extra causes the overflow to happen. And Red Skull's overflow ability says for each thug or civilian that you can't place, you increase the fear track by 1. So you want to try and clear these thugs and civilians, not only to put them on these cards, but also to prevent that overflow action. All right, let's go ahead and play. So Red Skull, I drew the first card. 0. He will move 0 spaces clockwise. So he's going to stay where he is. And then he has a special ability called Hail Hydra. It says discard all civilians from locations with heroes and deal 1 damage to each of the heroes. Advance the fear track by the number of civilians. Horrible card to get on the first shot. So here's where there's heroes. Thankfully, there's only 1 civilian. Now it says to discard it. Discarding is not the same as rescuing. Rescue, I put it here. Discard, it goes back into the pool. And now I deal 1 damage to each hero. There are 3 heroes there. So, well, that was not good. And I got to advance the fear track by the number discarded. So it goes up to 1. But I have to discard 3 cards. So this is a time to discuss the cards. There are 4 things that can appear on a card in terms of actions. There is a green arrow, which is a move. You can move clockwise or counterclockwise, 1 space for each of these. There is the red fist punch. For each one of those is 1 damage. The yellow stars. You can use the yellow stars in 2 different ways. A single star will rescue 1 civilian in your location. Or if you have an event card, like this one at Red Skull's ability location, there are 3 stars. So once I place 3 stars here, this card is removed. It is a threat is cleared, and I can put a token on here. And then there's a 4th and final, which is a wild. It looks like this. With that, you can do a move or a star or a fight. You can do any one of those for each one of these. So this is a double wilds. This is a powerful card. Now, you will place, after a Red Skull card, you'll place 3 cards, 3 hero cards. The hero will perform whatever actions are on their card, plus the previous hero's actions. So the first card I play, there is no previous hero. So all I'm going to do is just play a card and hopefully get something done. Now this is one of those games where there's a little strategy here. I'm playing solo, but when you're playing with other players, you want to be talking, like planning your attack out. Because for example, if I play this card first, Hulk move, Hulk will move 1 space if he wants to. You don't have to do it. But let's say I play the Captain America 2 wild next. He gets the previous card, so he'll get a move action and 2 wild. And you can do these in any order. So there is a little bit of planning here. Now, looking at my guides, there are 2 thugs on my location. So technically, I could play this Captain America 2-fist and defeat both of them. It only takes 1 damage to defeat a thug unless a card tells you otherwise. One of these threat cards. Now, if I play that, he'll do 2 fists, but he's stuck there. He can't move, right? So maybe I want to play a move card and get a hero moving, and then my next hero card play will get whatever they play plus the move. So I'm not sitting still. I also probably, just based on experience, I probably want to get my heroes spread out to try to do more rescuing and more heroic stuff. It doesn't matter where they are. They can always play the previous hero's card. Now, the only Hulk card I have here, which I'm not going to play, is Hulk Smash. And it does 1 damage to everything. So all the thugs would be gone, but so also my heroes would take a damage. And I don't want to do that because I don't want to discard cards. Remember, you get 0 cards in your hand, you're out of the game. So Hulk card is going away. That leaves 4 Captain America cards. Actually, I get to draw a card. It's my turn. So I'm going to draw another Hulk card. Hulk has a wild. Now, Captain America has 2 stars. With these, I could clear this subversion, which is not a bad idea. That's right off the start. My very first turn, 2 cards played, I'll get an event cleared. I'm going to do that. I'm going to play Hulk for a wild. Actually, no. I'm going to play Captain America with 2 stars. All right, so I placed 2 out of the 3 on these cards. And he is done. That's the first hero played. Remember, I'm going to play 3 cards. Now, what I could do is play Captain America wild, and then the next hero is going to get these 2 wild. So I'm going to do the 2 wild to put 1 star here, which clears this. I get to put this little icon on the cleared threat. So 1 of the 4 threats is done. And it says at the end of the turn, you may swap 1 card from your hand with 1 in your storyline. The storyline is this long chain of cards that I'm going to be playing. Once you play a card, it's gone. It's in the storyline and won't be coming back. So there's a time limit to this game. All right, I have 1 more card to play. All my heroes are still in the same place. I don't like that. So what I can do. And by the way, the special ability, you can do it before you do your action or actions or at the end. You can do it at any time you want. So now it's my last one. I draw a card. Technically, I should have drawn a card when Captain America went again. So I should still have 6 cards in my hand. There we go. Because you start with 5, and every time you draw one, play one, you draw 1. So I haven't lost any cards due to health yet. Or did I? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. He did damage to me, and I had to give up 2. Did I never do that? I never did that. Uh-oh. I need to get rid of. All 3 were on the same spot when I played that first card, which says deal 1 hero to all. I never did. I didn't discard the 3 cards. Shoot. Let's go with 1, 2, 3. And when you discard, they go to the bottom of the pile. All right, there we go. So that means I should have 2 cards in my hand. Now I draw, and I play my third. Man, that really hurt. Going from 5 hand down to 3. So Hulk, I've got a Captain America with 2 punchies. And remember, I'm going to get 2 wild here. So Iron Man can move, punch, and do 2 wild. What do I want to do here? Well, at the end of a turn, I did not want to swap a card in from the storyline, so I'm not going to do that. All right, so, okay, let's go ahead and play Iron Man. He's going to get a move, a punch, and 2 wild. So I can move here, punch, rescue, and punch. I haven't done anything yet, or I could come over here to Crossbones. Let's go to Bob. Iron Man will move. He will punch Bob for 1. Bob's got 4 health. Now he's down to 3. And I've got 2 wild. Let me rescue a civilian. Let's get this thing rolling. And then for that last wild, I'll punch Bob again. So he's down to 2 health. And that is the end of the hero turn. I've played 3 cards. So the way this works is, you're supposed to develop a storyline. Some people put the cards going in a circle around the play area. I don't have enough space for that. So what I do is I stack the cards I play in order from first to last on top, and I put them on top of the Red Skull card, and I set this aside as the beginning of the storyline. There are some instances where you'll go back and refer to the storyline, so you don't want to just throw those cards in a box and forget them. You want to keep them in the order that you played them. And now it is Red Skull's turn. So we reveal a card. He will move 2 clockwise. 1, 2. He will do a BAM feature. The BAM ability says deal 1 damage to each hero in his spot. There's nobody there, so I don't have to. Crossbones has a BAM ability, but also there have to be heroes here, so that doesn't trigger. But after the BAM ability is applied, he will put 2 thugs in his location, and there are 2 spaces there, so I don't have to do overflow. He'll put 1 to the left and 1 to the right. There is 1 space to the right, and there is 1 space to the left. So that worked out. And now it is my turn. All right. I have 2 cards. I draw. Man. I've got an Iron Man star, a Hulk star, and a Captain America punch. And I also get the last hero card played, which was the Iron Man, which is a move and a punch. So who do I want to play here? Let's do a move. If I play Captain America, I could take out all 3 of those thugs in 1 shot. Let's do that. I'll play Cap. He's got 2 punch, 3 punch, and a move. So 3 punches. He will take out these 3 thugs. So 3 out of 9 thugs defeated. And he will move. I'm going to have him move over here. I'm going to have him move to Avengers Tower. I want to stay away from Red Skull right now, because if his BAM ability is drawn next and he's on a space with a BAM ability, I'm getting double hit. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to move, and that is the end of turn number 1, or hero 1. I draw a card. I've got an Iron Man move, or an Iron Man star, a Hulk star, and a Captain America move. Well, remember, I do get the 2 previous things, which is 2 strikes. I could do that and then move again, which is probably... The Hulk would get a star. That doesn't really help me. I'll play the move. And so I'll do 2 hits. That gets rid of Bob. When I remove Bob, it says, at the end of the turn, you may search your deck for 1 card, set it aside, shuffle the deck, and then place that card on top. So you can basically choose a special card you want next. This goes here for 2 out of the 4 threats removed. And he's got 1 more action. He can move if he wants. I am going to move him. I'm going to move him over here. And that is the end of Cap's turn. I've got 1 more card to play. I draw. Finally, I got a Hulk and a punch. With Captain America's previous move, I can move twice. 1, 2, and punch one of these, which is probably what I want to do. I'm going to play Hulk. I get 2 moves. 1, 2. I get 1 punch, which removes a thug. Now, unfortunately, here it says each thug requires 2 damage, so he cannot defeat a thug, which is unfortunate. And that is it. I moved and I punched. I am done. So these cards get stacked on top of the Red Skull card. They go in the storyline, and we draw another Red Skull card. 0 movement. Oh, that's good. I'm glad I didn't go in there. And he does his BAM ability. His BAM ability will move this. Well, first off, I didn't move this up the last time it triggered, and it moves it up again. So he's at 3 on that. Yeah. So the threat level is at 3. And that's all. He doesn't place any civilians or thugs, which is great. All right, let me see. I need to draw a card. I draw Iron Man. Iron Man has 2 wilds. This is good. Because the last card was Hulk. He was a move and a punch. If I move here, I could punch this guy, and I could take 2 wilds, which is what I am going to do. I'm going to move. I'm going to play him. I did a move. I do a punch, which will take this thug out. And by the way, Madam Hydra says deal 1 damage to each hero when the BAM card is played. it doesn't matter if Skull's not there. If he triggers his BAM ability, you also trigger it on any card. So this is going to hurt them if I don't get off here. I didn't think about that. I get to draw a card. Oh, no, hold on. He moved. He moved. He punched. Now he's got 2 actions. I need to get off this spot because a BAM action would do damage, and I only have 2 cards in my hand. So he's going to move once. Actually, hold on. He can move twice and get over here and help Hulk. I'm going to move twice, and he's done. All right. I get to draw a card. Iron Man cards. Punch and a move and a star, or I could play Hulk and a star. Well, Hulk also gets the 2 wild. So let's finish this threat. I'll play Hulk for 1 star, and then he'll use Iron Man's 2 stars, 2 wilds, and this removes this card. It also removes the fact that it takes 2 damage to deal with to damage a thug. Now it only takes 1 since this card is gone, and I also get to place this here. I have cleared 3 out of 4 threats, so I'm getting there. That is the end of that turn. Now he finished it. Hulk finished his turn here. It says he can move to any other location. I'm going to take that. I'm going to move him. No. I can't move him there, and I can't move him there because I can't risk a BAM card on the next draw. So I'm going to leave him alone. Now, this is the 3rd and final, so I draw a card. We got Cap with 2 stars, Iron Man with a move and a star, and Iron Man with a star. None of these cards are going to help me because the last card I got was a star. So, but I can get Cap here. So, I'll get Cap. No, I need a move. Iron Man will play a move and a star. He will move here. He will place a star. And he gets Hulk's previous ability, which is a star. So he'll place a second of 3 stars here. Heroes in this and adjacent location take 1 crisis token. That's when this special symbol triggers if he ever draws, if I ever have that symbol under here. In addition to the BAM, there's this little target symbol which can pop up, but it's rare. That is the end of the turn. I take these 3 cards, I stack them on top of Red Skull, and we draw another Red Skull card. He's going to move 1, and he's going to do a BAM, so this will go up 1, and increase it by 2. Sorry, it should be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's it. Should be on 6. Okay, 2 civilians at his location, which will not trigger overflow, and then 1 civilian to the left and right, which I can place 1 here, but I can't place 1 there, and that forces this up 1. Okay, that is his turn. It is my turn now. I draw a card. I've got a Hulk, a Cap, and an Iron Man. The last card was move and star. I could move Hulk and give him this last star, which will trigger that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to play Hulk. Hulk will use Iron Man's move, and then he will use the final star to clear this. And I get that. Now I cleared a threat. Now when I remove this card, there's an unlocked beneath it. And when it's unlocked, it says the villain now acts after every 2 hero cards. So instead of playing 3, I'll now only play 2 before I draw another Red Skull card. But it says at the end of the turn, you may draw cards until you have 3 in your hand. That was awesome. So Hulk will draw a 3rd card. This is a great one for keeping you alive. You got to get here and you got to end your turn here, but it's a good one. All right, I can only play 1 more card because we now are where the villain will reveal after 2 hero cards. So I got to do this right. I got an Iron Man. He's going to get a punchy, and he also gets a star. So that's not going to help. But these are also stars, and they're not going to help. So, wow. None of this is going to help me. Distribute 2 move tokens from the pool among any number of heroes. Well, that will help. I am going to play... The stars will let me... I need to beat thugs. I need to be hurting thugs. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to play Iron Man. He can get 2 move tokens. So because I'm playing as a one-player game for 3 heroes, I just put these in a pool and I can use them when I want. I am going to use one now to move Iron Man here, and then I'm going to use his punch to remove one of these, and that's the end of his turn. It says, at the end of your turn, you may move to any other location. Do I want to move him? I mean, I would move him here, but that BAM ability has me very nervous, so let's not do it. I'm going to leave him alone, and that is the end of the turn. These 2 go on top of Red Skull, and we reveal a new Red Skull card. He will move 3. 1, 2, 3. He is now where Hulk is. He will place 2 civilians at his location, which he can do. And he'll place 1 to his left and right, which he can do with no overflow. That worked out. And that is his card. Now it is my turn. I draw a card. I should have 3 because I drew 3 and I haven't taken any damage. So I should have had 3 in my hand. I must have missed. I forgot to draw a card at some point. So I've got a Hulk move and smash everything, which I could get him 1, 2. Oh, that's what I'll do. I'm going to play Hulk Smash, or this card. He's got a move token and a move action, so move twice. 1, 2. Use that up. The Hulk Smash ability says deal 1 damage to everything at this location, discard civilians. So this civilian is gone, but these 3 all come down here. I only need one. I only need to defeat 1 more thug in order to be able to unlock this, which allows me to defeat, to fight Red Skull. And I also do 1 to Crossbones, because he's on there. Alright, I get 1 more card. I draw a card. I've got 2 punchies, 2 wild, Captain America with Hulk, 2 stars, and 1. These stars just don't help. Actually, they do. They help me rescue civilians, but I need to be punching. So Iron Man, if I play Iron Man, he would get the move. No, I need Hulk. The 2 punches will help on the next turn to help Iron Man defeat these. I'll play the 2 punches, take 2 off of Crossbones. He's down to 1, 2, 3. And that is the end of my turn. Oh, and he also can move. If I want to, I could move. I'm going to do that. I'm going to move here because I don't want to trigger that BAM ability on that card. All right, that's 2 played. It goes on top. Now the game starts really coming fast and furious. All right, draw a card. 0, he will stay put. Hydra Insurgency. For each crisis token the heroes have, advance the fear track. I have taken no crisis tokens. Crisis tokens look like this, a little exclamation mark, and you get them for various punishments, but I haven't got any, so that was good. He also will do his BAM ability, which will increase this by 2. 1, 2. He also, it says for each crisis token, all right, so he's done. He moved 0, he did a BAM, and he did the Insurgency, which did not trigger. I have 3 cards in my hand. I will draw. I need to get 1 more thug defeated. So what I can do is I'll play the Hulk with 2 wilds. And also remember, oh no, let's not waste that. The last card I played was Hulk with 2 wilds. So he's going to get 2 punches, which will free this up. So let's maybe hold off on that. But I do have to play a card before I do that. If I do this, next I can damage him. I'm going to play the Hulk. Okay, with 2 wild. With 1 of those wild, I'm gonna punch a thug. That clears this card. I now can fight Red Skull. He can take damage. Now, if you clear the 3rd and final one, it says each hero draws a card. I don't know if that means, since I'm playing 3 heroes, I don't know if that means I draw 3 cards, or because I'm playing a 1-player game, I just draw 1. I'm gonna have to find out about that, because I've never done that, but if you were low on life and you only had maybe 1 or 2 civilians to rescue, you might want to finish that so you could get your hand back up. All right. I only get to play 1 more card, but Hulk still has one. He has 2. Well, he used a wild, so he has 2 punches and a wild. I'm going to move him for his other wild. So I punched and I moved for Hulk Tart. And then I'm going to take these 2 punches off of Red Skull. 1, 2. 2 health. And that is it for Hulk. Now I draw a card. Now, Iron Man could deliver some damage. Or Hulk could do the damage and damage 1 of everything and discard. I'm going to play Hulk Smash again. He gets 2 wild. I'll use those to remove 2 more health. He has a move, but I don't want to move him. But he does his Hulk Smash. Deal 1 damage to everything. So he takes a damage, and all the civilians are removed. They go in the discard pile. So that was a well-played card. These 2 go over the old Skull card, and we draw another one. The game starts going very quickly, and this game is down to 5. Skull's deck is down to 5 cards. Remember, when it gets to 0 and I can't draw, the game ends. But I think we're getting close, because right now Red Skull has 1, 2, 3 health left. So he doesn't move, which works for me. Hulk is still in his spot. Discard all civilians from locations with heroes. Oh, this is not good. Deal 1 damage to each of those. All right, so let's just do this. So there's 2 here. Discard all civilians and deal 1 damage to each of those here. So I have 3 cards. I have to discard 1. I will get rid of the Captain America 2 star. It's not going to help me. And then Captain America has 3. So I got rid of 2 and 3. He has to take a damage. I will get rid of Iron Man's star. And then it says advance the fear track for each number of tokens. So it's going to go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's up to 14. Leaving me with 1 card in my hand. Oof. Okay. It is my turn. I draw a card. Hold on. I put these on top. Oops. All right. The next card is a Cap card, which is a punch. The punch also goes with Hulk's move. So the move and the punch. And by the way, his special ability, give a wild to another hero. I will take that wild. He will use Hulk's move here. I played a punch. That takes off this. He's got 2 health left. Iron Man has a wild. And I draw a card. I forgot to draw a card, but that's okay. Iron Man will play move. He moves here. He gets the previous card punch, which is 1. And then I will cash in my wild and remove his last health. And Red Skull is defeated. That's fun. I just like that game. I do think I may have missed a BAM on this earlier, which would have pushed this up to, but I know I didn't hit 20, so I know I'm okay there. I didn't even try to rescue civilians, but there have been games where I did rescue civilians and I didn't do any thugs. It's just how you play the game. The randomization of the locations plus the event cards, it makes every game a little different. So there you go. This is Marvel United. If you like it, I'll put some information in the video description below where you can go get more information on it. It's very fun. The miniatures are the little body with the big head type. There's a name for that. I've painted up some of them. I'm going to keep painting up more so I can play more and more of this game. I definitely want to play more. There are a lot more villains. I've got Dormammu. I've got Ultron. I've got Taskmaster. Who else do I have? Moloch. I've got him. So I've got plenty more games ahead of me, and I will definitely play this again and record some more for you. So if you like it, there will be more coming. All right, that's all I got. This is Jim the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me on this game of Marvel United. I'll be back very soon with another video, and until then, take care.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.